Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the undefeated Moustache John. How we doing, friends? Thanks for tuning in. Moustache John here, still serving my streaming ban for a unjust copyright strike. Still trying to fight it, no luck, and thus I am growing this protest beard. All right, it started out as just laziness, but now it's a protest beard. I'm gonna keep this going until my ban is over, or until I get tired of having a beard. Either one, whichever one comes first. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the English Premier League matches coming up in match week 13. I'm going to go over the betting lines, but I'm not telling you to place any bets, all right? I'm going to give you the same warning I give you in the last one. I'm not telling you what games to bet on or not to bet on. I'm just going to be going over match by match, taking a look at the odds and having a reaction to that, and I'll give you my opinion on the results coming up. So without any further ado, let's take a ride. Once again, folks, we are going to use Bovada.com. They are not a sponsor, so feel free to use whatever betting site you want. I really don't care. Bovada is just one that I stumbled on. I don't know if it's the best. It's probably not the worst, but it's what I use. So that's what we're going to be taking a look at today, Bovada.com. First match we got, West Ham hosting Tottenham. I don't make a lot of guarantees, but I can guarantee you that Tottenham is going to win this match. With Pochettino being shown the door and Jose Mourinho coming in, there's a lot of pressure to turn around the ship for Tottenham, who's sitting 14 in the table right now. Unbelievable. About 6 months ago, they're in the Champions League final. Now they're sitting 14th in the English Premier League table. Wild. So Jose Mourinho comes in. That's huge news. So he's going to be looking to get a win in this one, and I guarantee you it's going to happen. They're visiting West Ham, but Tottenham is going to get the win. Minus 135 for Tottenham. I'm taking that bet. I would put money on Tottenham for this one. Like I said, might be 1-0, might not be a pretty win, but first match for Jose Mourinho coming back. He's going to be looking to prove a point. I'm taking Tottenham in that one, minus 135. I'll take that. I will definitely take that. Match number 2, Bournemouth hosting Wolves. We got Bournemouth plus 175, Wolves plus 160. This is a pretty good matchup. This is one of those ones that's classic English Premier League, tough to pick. And we got number 8 and number 9 in the table. So my instinct is to go with the home team on this one. Boy, I don't know. I would go Bournemouth. I would take Bournemouth in this one. Neither one's a safe bet. Wolves have played spoilers several times already this year, but I would take Bournemouth in this one. Next up, Arsenal hosting Southampton. Arsenal's struggling, but out of the big 6, they are actually faring okay right now. They're sitting in 6th place, so they are kind of holding their own. That's where I expected Arsenal to be throughout the year, but I expected other teams to be in front of them, like Tottenham, for example, or perhaps a Manchester United. But no, we have teams like Leicester and Sheffield United ahead of Arsenal. Wild year. But so we got Arsenal hosting Southampton. Arsenal minus 210. Don't like that. Southampton plus 550. Arsenal is the favorite in this one. Minus 210 is not going to be a good turnaround, so I wouldn't go for that. I'd say pass on this one because I think it's going to be an Arsenal win, but they're playing so inconsistent this year. I wouldn't feel comfortable risking any kind of money on them for the little turnaround that you're going to get. Brighton hosting Leicester. Leicester at plus 105 for this one, going to Brighton. This might be a steal if you put some money on Leicester. Brighton is 11, so just out of the top 10. They, I think, have a pretty decent home record, but Leicester is playing unbelievable right now. Leicester has a higher point total right now at this point in the season than they did when they won the title back in, what was it, 2013, 14? 14, I think it was 2014. But back when Leicester won the title. So they've got more points this year. It just so happens that Liverpool are running away with this one already. With Leicester at a plus 105, that could be a steal. I'd put money on that one. Crystal Palace hosting Liverpool. Liverpool are definitely going to win this one, and they're minus 225. Those are not the kind of odds that I like to put my money on. Liverpool's a pretty safe bet, but you're not going to get a good profit off that match. And you never know with the English Premier League. I don't like to go for sure things in the English Premier League. I'd rather take a gamble on something that's going to give me a good turnaround rather than, put a ton of money down on something that's more of a sure thing just to get a small reward. Moving on. Everton hosting Norwich. Everton at a minus 275 for this one. Norwich, I think, Norwich is sitting bottom of the table. Came out hot with Pukki's start, getting player of the month in the first month of the year, but then it's been downhill. Norwich are probably going to struggle in this one. Everton at a minus 275, not worth it for me, so I'm going to pass on that one, but Everton's going to get the win. Watford hosting Burnley. Watford at a plus 140, Burnley at a plus 210. So both would be a pretty good profit if you throw money down, but I don't know. Watford's sitting in 18th right now, and Burnley's having a pretty good year in 10th. This one's a little bit tricky, folks. This one is a little bit tricky. If you're going to bet on an away team this weekend, Burnley might be the one you want to do, aside from Tottenham, which I'm guaranteeing a victory for Tottenham. But Burnley might be one that you want to take a look at. Plus 210, that could be worth the risk. You put a little bit of money on that one, you can make a few bucks. I like that. Burnley over Watford. Then we got City hosting Chelsea. Boy, I want to put money on Chelsea for this one. I'm loving Chelsea's squad. Pulisic, Abraham, Mount. They got a young squad. They're exciting. I was a big fan of Frank Lampard when he played, so I like to see him as the manager and have some success. Man City, I think... Damn, I don't know. I think you got to go Man City on this one. Chelsea at a plus 550. Ooh. This would maybe, I would say, if you're going to take a big gamble on one this weekend, this might be your one to take a big gamble on, because at Chelsea at a plus 550, they got a puncher's chance. City have dropped points several times this year. Chelsea have been surprisingly good. I thought they were going to be a little bit behind where they are right now in terms of their young players stepping up and giving some results, getting some great goals. And at a plus 550 for Chelsea, I'll tell you what, you put just a few bucks on that. Ooh, that's tempting. Risky bet of the week, Chelsea over Man City. I still think City would win. If the odds were even, I would put it on City. But because Chelsea's got a puncher's chance and City have been slipping in several matches, that one might be a good one to take a little gamble on. Moving on to Sunday, we got Sheffield. Surprisingly, what are they, 5th? I think they're 5th in the table right now. Yes, surprisingly, Sheffield 5th in the table, but Man United with a chance to jump over top of them if they can steal a win away from home, and Man United's at a plus 110. Here's the thing, now with Pochettino being fired from Tottenham, there were always rumors of him wanting to go to United, so I think Gunnar Solskjaer is going to be under some pressure. Let's see how his team responds. Could they get a win over Sheffield United to put them in the top 6 and knock Sheffield United out? Sheffield United is overachieving this year. I don't think they're going to be able to keep these results. So I'm going to go Manchester United with this one. I wouldn't put any serious money on it, but I think Manchester United are going to get the results that they're looking for. They'll get all 3 points with this one, and they're going to jump into the top 6, knocking Sheffield down a couple of ranks. Last match of the weekend is going to be on a Monday. We got Aston Villa hosting Newcastle. Aston Villa is 17th in the table. Newcastle is 13th. This is another hard one to pick. Aston Villa is struggling. They're down towards the bottom of the table. So is Newcastle. They're in the bottom half. Aston Villa at a plus 110 is a little bit tempting. They are at home. Newcastle plus 260. This one is not a safe bet, but I would feel comfortable going with Villa. But I wouldn't judge it too harshly if you want to take a gamble on Newcastle with those odds, because they got a puncher's chance. But you know what? As we approach the middle of the season, teams like Aston Villa are going to have to grind out at least a point from these home matches. So you're going to see teams at the bottom of the table really playing some tenacious defense, playing scrappy football. So you could definitely see a draw in this one. I would say go Aston Villa, but this one's a little bit of a gamble, not much of a reward. So those are my thoughts for the weekend. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I'm very excited for the Manchester City-Chelsea match. I'm also excited to see if Jose Mourinho has any sort of drama in his first match back coaching Tottenham. Once again, thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you next time.